Hello, welcome back to the Craft Scraps. I am Lauren, and today I'm so excited, and I know I say that in all my videos, but I'm super excited today because we are going to be making some super fun koozies. I've been wanting to make koozies for a long time, and I finally got into it, and you guys, they're so easy. Like, I don't know why I try and overcomplicate things or think things are more complicated than they actually are, but I digress. So today we are going to be making these super cute Batch and Boozy bachelorette themed koozies, and I just thought these were super fun, and these are actually like seltzer size. I don't know if a soda can or a beer can would actually fit in this, but it's more for like seltzer. So like your White Claws, your Truly, there's a gazillion seltzers out there, or you could just put like a nice little non-alcoholic seltzer in there too. Like, you do you. So that is what we're going to be making today, and I will link the seltzer koozies below. I got these from Amazon. I think they came in a pack of 6 or 8. They're super cute and they have a gazillion colors. Definitely recommend these koozies. Other than the koozie itself, all you're gonna need is some HTV. I just use this white HTV that I got from Shop Auntie Tay. Of course, you can use my code if you're interested, but you can get HTV basically anywhere. And so to press these, I'm going to be using my Monster Heat Press back here, and I will show you why in the video. I actually tried to use my mini press, but with the mini press you have to move it around, and I thought that the HTV, it just kind of like wrinkled it. So I think using a bigger press that you just hold onto it turned out much better, and you could definitely use an iron on this as well. If you don't have a heat press, that's totally fine. I think that is it. So as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you always get notified when I post a new video, and I think that's it. So let's get into it. So for my koozies, I am gonna put this cute little piece of text on it. It just says Batch and Boozy. No, I did not come up with this. It's all over Pinterest, so I'm not claiming to have come up with this, but I thought it was so cute, and I wanted to add a little palm leaf at the bottom just to add a little design element. So of course, you guys already know the font, a flower for Rosaline. So I'm gonna start by making a text box, and I have my font here. Just search flower. And I will post it in the description if you guys are interested. It's right now free on font bundles, but they do circulate their fonts, so if this is a year from now, I don't know if it'll still be there. And I'm just going to type Batch and Boozy, and then of course you can add so-and-so's bachelorette or so-and-so's bridal shower or a date or whatever you want. I'm making these just for fun, so I don't necessarily need to do any of that, but I do want to add this little palm leaf, so I'm just going to go to images, and I just typed in palm leaf, and this is the palm leaf that I want to use, so I'm just going to click on it and then come down here, make sure you can see that, and insert image. And so we have our little palm leaf here. And I am just going to hang that to the side for right now till I size this. So I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see. And so if this is a kerned font, so it will type out pretty close to how it should look. So if you're happy with how it is, then you skip to the next step. But for me, I would rather have everything kind of connect like it does here. So I'm going to ungroup and then just kind of slightly move things over a little bit. And again, this is like personal preference, so however you want it to look. While I'm here, I'm going to move the word and up a little bit. And then come down here, move the Z, and everything else looks pretty good. So then I'm going to just move this word Boozy up. And that is good to go. So now with the palm leaf, I'm just going to unlock it here so we can kind of manipulate it however we want, and then just size it down till it's pretty small. And then I'm just going to kind of like tilt it on its side just to like add a little like bachelorette bachelorette Palm Spring vibes to it. And then that is basically it. So now I'm going to select everything and click weld so we can make sure that it's all one piece of text or one solid image that'll cut out. All right, and I want this all to be white, so I'm going to change it to white just by coming up to the color palette and clicking white. And now for the size, so the Koozies that I got are like a seltzer can smoothie koozie, so they're a little bit taller and skinnier than like a normal like beer or soda koozie. So I'm going to use this as my ruler, unlock this so I can manipulate it, and I'm going to make it about 4 by 2 is a good size for this. So now delete this one because I don't need it. Actually delete this one. And now I'll come over here to make it. And you can see our text is right here. And so I'm going to make sure I mirror this because we're cutting out of HTV. So we want to cut it out mirrored, and I'll show you why once we cut everything out. So let's hit continue, and it's going to find our machine. And then once it finds our machine, we can pick our cut settings. And while that's happening, I'm going to turn on my Easy Press. All right, so now that it's found our machine, I'm going to choose Everyday Iron On because I'm just cutting this out of normal HTV. But if you're cutting it out of glitter or something else, then you'll want to choose either glitter iron on or whatever iron on you're using. So I'm doing Everyday. And so I'll switch you guys over to the camera so you can see how we're going to make this. All right, so these are the Koozies I'm going to be using, and I think they're so cute. They are from Quality Perfection, I guess, on Amazon. I will link them below. They're super cute. Like I said, they're like a seltzer can, so they're a little bit taller. And these came in a pack of 6, I think. So I have 2 here. This is what they're going to look like. So freaking cute. So these are the Koozies. And then for the HTV, I'm just using a scrap of white HTV that I got from Shop Auntie Tay. And so we're going to want to make sure we put this shiny side face down on the mat. So then that's why we want to mirror it, because we're going to cut it out backwards. And then when we go to press, we actually press on top of this carrier sheet. And so I'm just going to place my HTV on the mat. Again, shiny side face down. Give it a scrape. Here's my machine now. Alright, and so my Cricut is ready. My air light is blinking, so I will load my mat. And we can cut. And so while that's cutting, I want to mention a couple of things. One, I'm going to be using my gigantic monster heat press over here, and the reason for that is I actually tried to do this with my mini heat press, and with the mini you're supposed to like move it around. And I found that when I moved, so this is a test that I did, and I found when I moved it around, like, because it's a delicate image, it just didn't, you can tell that like the HTV moved around, like these leaves got all like janky. So I found then with the heat press, because with the heat press you just hold and press, you don't move it all around, and it came out so much cleaner. So you can kind of see the difference, especially with this palm leaf. And then I don't know if you can really see it, but I can see like the residue of the HTV where it's moved around on a couple of the letters. So definitely recommend using a heat press. If you don't have the heat press, you could totally do an iron, just same concept. Just hold the iron down on it. The temperature I'm doing this at is 300 for 15 seconds, and it seems like the HTV like has adhered and it's good to go. So now we can get our machine out of the way, take our HTV off the mat. All right, and so for this, we are now going to weed out our extra HTV. So we're basically just going to get rid of all this extra HTV. So we are left with our letters. So I just picked up a corner and I'm just peeling away the excess HTV. Doing this with HTV is so much easier than doing it with vinyl. It's just an easier process. All right, so now we'll go in and get all of the letters, the middle of the letters out. So this is where you want to be careful and kind of keep track of your scraps or like where you're pulling, because you don't want like a little random middle of a letter to end up on your transfer sheet, because then it might get transferred with the image and it's just not going to be a good time. So like this, we want to just make sure we pick it up. All right, so we have our SVG ready to go. It's so cute. I'm so excited. All right, so now we are going to press this. So I'm using my heat like press pad, but if you don't have one, no worries. You definitely don't need it. And I'm just gonna place my koozie on that. And then I'm going to take my heat press and just put it on my koozie just to warm it up a little bit. Make sure we get any like moisture out of it or just, you know, weird stuff. And now I'm gonna place this just, oops, see those little specks? Those would have freaking ruined everything. So I'm just going to trim that because, all right. And so now I'm just going to place this relatively in the center, wherever you want really. And then I like to put a little piece of parchment paper over it just to kind of like protect everything. I don't think it's really necessary, but I like to just to protect it. So now is the moment of truth. I'm going to take my heat press and just bring it over, set it down, push the green button, and now I'm just going to hold. I'm not going to move it around. I'm just holding, giving it pressure, like even pressure as much as I possibly can. All right. And so now we have our super cute little koozie. And so you can see like all of the palm leaves came out perfect. Just super cute, classy, just obsessed with this. You guys, this font is just too good, okay? It's just too good. All right, that was dramatic. All right, and so I have a empty seltzer can, and I just want to show you guys like how cute is that though? Like my camera would focus. There we go. So cute, and it fits perfect. Alright guys, so that is it for these super fun and easy koozies. I hope you enjoyed this. Everything I use is linked below. And as always, happy crafting!